Welcome everyone to this journey where we explore a scientific and technical process, the way South Korean scientists cultivate fresh mushrooms. Today, we'll learn about every step from preparation to harvest and understand why Korean mushrooms are not only famous for their quality, but also for being environmentally friendly. Are you ready to dive into the world of mushrooms with us? Let's get started. The first step in the mushroom growing process is to prepare the substrate. This is an extremely important step because the substrate not only provides nutrients, but also creates the best conditions for mushroom growth. To have a standard substrate, Korean scientists have researched and developed special formulas, helping the substrate to be both airy and retain moisture well to support mushroom growth. Substrates are usually made from natural materials, such as straw, sawdust, or wood chips. Before being used, these materials must undergo a rigorous treatment process to eliminate pathogens such as bacteria, mold, or pests that can affect the growth of mushrooms. This treatment process includes high-temperature sterilization and chemical treatment to ensure a completely sterile environment. Careful preparation of the substrate is a key factor in helping mushrooms grow strongly and achieve the best quality. This is not only a simple technical step but also a combination of traditional experience and modern technology, bringing clean, safe, and nutritious mushroom products to consumers. For mushrooms, every environmental factor directly affects their growth process. For example, temperature not only influences how quickly mushrooms grow, but also impacts their size and shape. If the temperature is too high, mushrooms may grow quickly but could become soft or not reach the desired shape. On the other hand, if the temperature is too low, their growth will slow down, and they may even stop growing altogether. This is why controlling the temperature in greenhouses is crucial. It's not just about temperature. Humidity also needs to be carefully controlled. Mushrooms thrive in moist conditions, but if the humidity is too high, mold or other diseases could develop, affecting the quality of the mushrooms. Conversely, if the humidity is too low, the mushrooms may struggle to grow and could dry out before reaching their ideal size. That's why scientists have developed automated systems to regulate humidity, keeping the greenhouse environment at the optimal level for mushroom growth. One of the next important steps after preparing the growing medium is the packaging of the growing medium stage. This stage ensures that the carefully prepared growing medium will provide the right environment for optimal mushroom growth from germination to harvest. Before packaging, the treated growing medium must be thoroughly checked to ensure that it meets the requirements for moisture, porosity, and cleanliness. Once it meets the standards, the growing medium will be packed into specialized plastic bags. These bags are designed to retain moisture well, ensure ventilation, but still be tight enough to prevent the penetration of harmful bacteria and mold. In particular, in the process of packaging substrates in Korea, scientists have used automatic packaging systems, which helps strictly control the volume and size of each substrate bag. This not only ensures uniformity in each bag, but also helps save time and minimize errors compared to the previous manual method. After packaging, the substrate bags will be carefully sealed and fitted with air release valves. This valve is responsible for circulating air in the bag, creating a well-ventilated environment, avoiding stuffiness or lack of oxygen, things that can slow down the growth of fungi. After the growing medium has been carefully packaged, the next indispensable step in the mushroom growing process is sterilization. This is an important step to ensure that all harmful agents such as bacteria, mold, or pests are completely eliminated, creating a safe and clean environment for mushrooms to grow. To carry out the sterilization process, the growing medium bags will be put into a specialized sterilization room. Here, Korean scientists use high-temperature steam sterilization technology. Hot steam is pumped into the room at high pressure, helping to destroy all harmful bacteria and microorganisms that exist in the growing medium without affecting the structure or quality of the growing medium. This process can last from several hours to several days, depending on the scale and requirements of each type of growing medium. Once completed, the growing medium will be gradually cooled in sterile conditions, ready to proceed with the next steps in the mushroom growing process. After the substrate has been sterilized and ensured to be clean, the next step in the mushroom growing process is to inoculate the mushroom spawn into the substrate. This is one of the most important steps, directly determining the growth and quality of the mushrooms. The process of inoculating mushrooms into the substrate must be done extremely carefully. Each substrate bag will be punched with standard-sized holes, and the mushroom spawn will be inserted meticulously and evenly. This ensures that the mushrooms can contact the entire surface of the substrate, helping them quickly absorb nutrients and begin the growth process. After inoculating the mushroom spawn, the substrate bags will be closed and transferred to the incubation room. Here, the temperature and humidity will be strictly controlled, creating ideal conditions for the mushrooms to begin the process of developing mycelium. The mycelium will spread throughout the substrate, forming a solid network preparing for the next stage. Mushroom culture is a step that requires high precision and utmost care. Because just a small mistake, such as the environment is not completely sterile, or the culture is not uniform, can cause the mushrooms to not grow as expected, affecting the final quality of the product. Therefore, Korean scientists have applied advanced technology and the most precise techniques to ensure that every step in this process is performed perfectly. After the mushrooms have developed mycelium in the substrate and are ready for the fruiting stage, we will proceed to poke holes in the substrate to create conditions for the mushrooms to grow out. This is an important step in the mushroom growing process, helping the mushrooms to contact the outside environment and develop the fruiting body optimally. The hole punching process must be carried out very carefully and precisely. First, we determine the locations on the surface of the growing medium bag where the mycelium has spread and is capable of producing fruiting bodies. Holes will be drilled or punched at these points, with equal distances to ensure that the mushrooms have space to grow evenly and are not crowded. Each hole is usually small in diameter, about 1 to 2 centimeters, enough for the mushrooms to grow without losing moisture or damaging the growing medium inside. This is a highly technical step because if the holes are not poked in the right position or the size is not standard, it can directly affect the growth of the mushrooms. These small holes not only help the mushrooms grow out, but also create conditions for air circulation. Thanks to that, the mushrooms can be exposed to the environment, receive enough oxygen, and avoid the phenomenon of stuffiness in the substrate. In addition, Korean scientists also use micro-measuring systems to ensure that the holes are placed in the correct position and size to optimize the growing conditions for the mushrooms. Finally, after going through the rigorous development stages and being carefully cared for, we have come to harvest, the most anticipated stage in the mushroom growing process. This is the moment when all the investment in time, effort, and science will pay off with the freshest and highest standard mushroom clusters. Mushroom harvesting is not simply picking mushrooms, but must be done meticulously by hand. Harvesters need to have experience to recognize the exact moment when the mushrooms reach optimal maturity. The mushroom fruiting bodies must be beautifully shaped, regular, and free of signs of damage or disease. This requires patience and careful observation from the harvester. Each mushroom, when picked, must meet strict standards of size, shape, and quality. This ensures that only the best mushrooms are brought to market. Before harvesting, the team of experts must also check each batch of mushrooms to ensure that all environmental factors have been maintained at an ideal level throughout the growing process. After that, the fresh mushrooms will be gently picked by hand so as not to damage the base or affect other mushroom fruiting bodies that have not fully developed. Each movement must be done carefully to ensure that the mushrooms retain their shape and are not crushed. After the mushrooms are harvested, they quickly go through a packaging process to ensure freshness and quality. The mushrooms are carefully inspected to remove any that do not meet the standards, then fed into an automated packaging machine. Each package of mushrooms is stored in a sterile environment, with a packaging layer that helps retain moisture and prevents bacteria from entering. Thanks to this process, the mushrooms always retain their freshness and are ready for consumers to use as soon as they arrive. Thus, each mushroom that we see on the dining table is not only a product of nature, but also the result of a whole chain of scientific processes, from the stages of researching varieties, care, to environmental control and harvesting. They are not only a nutritious food source, but also carry great values for health and quality of life. So, what could be better than adding these fresh, nutritious Korean mushrooms to your daily meals? Choose for yourself and your family foods that are not only delicious, but also good for your health, ensuring a life full of energy and vitality. Through this journey of exploring the mushroom cultivation process by South Korean scientists, we've seen the dedication and precision in every step. It's not just about growing mushrooms, it's a process of protecting the environment and enhancing the quality of life. We hope this video not only helps you understand more about the science and technology behind mushroom farming, but also inspires you to care for the environment and choose products that are good for your health. If you found this video useful, please hit like and share so that more people can learn too. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to stay updated on exciting videos about modern agriculture and technology. Let's continue exploring new exciting topics in our upcoming videos. See you in the next journey.